Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Right guys, how's it going? Back out on the bike. Just thought I'd have a little rip this afternoon. Looks like it's going to rain though, so I don't know, just have to see how it goes. This is another little green lane area, not too far away from my house. I think it would be quite a good little one to have a blast on. But I've sorted out this rear brake. I've actually put some new pads in this rear brake because it was playing up a little bit, and at the moment I was noticing it was really tight. I don't know if you remember what I was saying in the last video, but it was pretty tight and it wasn't actually biting. I took the pads out and they just completely and utterly shot. So I've replaced the pads, but now it's ludicrous. So I've got to be really careful with that because I'm quite used to just yanking on that. So I think I might need to just bleed that a little bit, get that straightened out. But this is a nice little route actually. A couple of miles I think. Just a bit of off-road. It's good to get out on this thing. Just don't really do it enough. So many other things happening. But this is the first day that the builders have gone from the house, and yeah, so pretty much got free time. Watch these blooming things hanging down with thorns on. I think I'm just going to do the water. Hub motor is actually completely underwater then. Got my rear mud guard on as well. My mud hugger's back. Whoa! Now I've taken off my my little rear cluster that I made with the brake light and the tail light and the indicators, because it's just been a nightmare. But somebody said this, I think it might have been Huff Stuff, I think it was, said about that. He said as soon as you go off road you're going to find that a nightmare because you're just going to smash that off. And guess what? He's right. So I'm out at the other side of the thing. So yeah, basically I've just taken it off, and I'm going to put a new one on which has actually got indicators built into it, so I don't end up with these, because the biggest problem was it's quite tight getting the bike out of the workshop, and I end up keep clipping it, and I've clipped it about 5 times now, and there's so much epoxy on it where I've glued it back together that it just snapped. So I've just taken it off completely now and just cut the wires off. It's not great, but don't really know where I am at the minute. I'm just having an explore. So what do you think of the audio anyway, guys? I've got an external mic, like a headphone or headset mic for the GoPro. I've just shoved it in, stuck it in the helmet, and it's annoying because the GoPro Hero 5 doesn't have a kind of external microphone input. It does, but you have to use the USB-C connector on the side of it, which is a little bit of a pain. And you have to buy this adapter, which is like 50 quid, and then you can plug any 3.5mm microphone in the side of it. But on the clips I've tested it out, it didn't seem bad really. So hopefully the audio's alright. It's whether it picks up the wind noise, that's the thing. It shouldn't do because it's tucked right in nearby my mouth, so if anything I should be probably too loud. This is a nice little track. I've been over here before. It's getting to that time of year, guys. It's nice and muddy. flick the fan on, this is where this bike, this is where it heats up. We get in situations like this where you've got quite a lot of torque needed to actually get through these rough surfaces, and yeah, that's when it starts to warm up, you notice. When you've got no sense of direction like me, this is pretty fatal doing stuff like this. Whoa! Little squirrels about. Public footpath is up here. Doesn't look much like a public footpath. Guys, I've been pretty mind blown about the comments and stuff, like how much interest this bike's got. From actually one of the very first videos that I did has all of a sudden just gone into like crazy overdrive. It's got like about 100 and, I don't know, it's like 120,000 views or something now, around that. And yeah, I just don't know what the deal is, why all of a sudden. I mean, it was always the very popular one, it was always the popular video, but for some reason now it's just gone bonkers. So yeah, thanks for the support on that, guys. But there's been a lot of comments, people saying, you know, you're irresponsible and all sorts of stuff about you know, riding this bike on the road, and what's the point, and you know, you might as well just get a motorcycle, blah blah blah. I think it kind of is linked up to that video that I did about wanting to make this road legal, and I'm still in a quandary about that. I'm still debating whether to actually push this forward, because I've converted the bike. I mean, the bike's actually converted now, but I'm starting to wonder, you know, I'm enjoying things like this, and I don't think I'd be able to, well, I would be able to do this because I could just take the number plate off, but I don't know. It's one of these things, really. It was a good project for the electronics side, to try and, you know, get things sorted out. Right, I'm pretty sure I'm off the beaten track now. Oh my god, dear, look. Oh wow, how awesome is that? They've all gone really still. Oh, that is so cool. I've not seen deer out like that, not around here before. We are about to get seriously stuck. Whoa! Off the beaten track a little bit. That sound, I don't know if you can hear that, guys. That sound isn't this bike, I don't think. I think it's the aircraft over there. That's where I came before. Let's head back. I haven't really had a chance to actually get to know this bike properly, really. I haven't really ridden it as much as I should have done. It's fast enough now, like easily fast enough. I don't need any more power. Otherwise I'm just going to wreck myself. cruise. That looks quite interesting down there, private land. Just throttling back my power a bit now. I wouldn't expect this temperature to be rising actually as high. I didn't have the fan on from the beginning though, so perhaps not having the fan on at the very beginning has allowed it to just get up to a temperature which I might not recover from now. Whoa! Ah, look at that. I've ended up back where I started. That was pretty good. Good direction finding. I'm not going to go back that way, I'm going to go back this way though. Me and Sarah were thinking of walking this. It's got a long way. But there is a pub right at the end. Might swing by the runway, see if we can catch a couple of planes coming in. Alright mate, no probs. I'm just having a look round. Yeah, it's electric, yeah.
They've got them up there, the motocross meetings where I go.
Oh yeah?
Boys race.
Oh right. What, like little electric ones for the kids or?
Like trials ones for the kids. How fast that go on the road then?
About 55.
Miles an hour?
Yeah. But you don't want it. I built it.
Oh, you built
Put it together, yeah. I mean this part comes as one bit.
battery in the motor, innit?
Battery in that is in there. Motor's on the back wheel. Yeah.
You can pedal it as well.
Yeah, you can pedal it as well. So it's like a bike. When you're on the road, you just sort of pedal it and keep your speed down. But then when you sort of come off road,
Come around and thought, hang on, what's that? I thought it was a proper motorbike.
yeah. Everybody sort of does, but
Wrong camera in there, you see.
ah, right, okay.
Cameras all round here now.
Yeah, no, I've not been around here that much. So I just popped in to have a look at the golf course and then just come down and see what was down there. I didn't realise it was like a quarry or.
My baby there. Behind me.
That's a beast, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
10 ton in it.
I can't wait till the electric ones come along.
Well, these,
Yeah, it'll happen.
it's going to happen. It's
So-
fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good fun. Yeah, I mean, the acceleration's just bonkers.
Really?
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like it pulls the front wheel up and everything. The thing is, you can make something this small. Well, kind of, yeah. But I mean, everything else has been like sourced externally. Like I've done everything kind of separately. You know,
I
there's
like the
this.
little disc brake.
Yeah, I know.
the little-
Silly, innit?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's light. It's only like it's less than 50 kilos.
What is actually that? What actually does that run on then?
That is that centre bit, basically. That hub
Yeah.
is that's the motor. So inside there you've got loads of like coils going all the way around.
Cogs that grabs, I suppose, is it?
Well, basically it's all one piece. So like that, effectively, just turns on the axle,
Yeah.
and then that just
That
turns
drives
the
the
back
wheel,
wheel.
yeah.
And it- Great ride, but it's really filthy now, so I'm just going to do what I normally do, give it a clean up after the ride. First thing I do is normally just hit it with a hose. I've always done this from the beginning, and I've always checked to see if there's water inside, and it's been absolutely fine, so I think it's pretty well sealed. Also, it just makes things a hell of a lot easier. Now, don't go mad with the switches because they're not probably not fully waterproof. The throttle is though, so that's alright. Next up, just normal soapy water, just car stuff. And then I've got one of these things as well, it's really cool. Just gets in all the bits and pieces. Obviously it depends how much you care about your bike, but generally if you want to leave it dirty, just make sure you don't leave mud on it, because that then just helps rust build up. Right, nearly done. Just got to blast it off with a hose. Because this is like a show bike that I kind of demonstrate to people, I like to kind of have it looking sharp. So, you know, normally you probably wouldn't be this kind of over the top. So for drying, I've got one of these towels. It's basically like it's another car thing, but it's just a super absorbent towel that you just basically don't need to wring out. So really useful for this sort of thing. Now, final step, depends how much you really care about your bike, but this stuff's really, really good. Auto Glim Rapid Detailer just makes everything look a little bit more shiny.